I started Resident Evil 6 the other day with a really good friend of mine. And this is the same homie who, him and I, a couple weeks ago, we beat Resident Evil 5. And we're doing couch co-op. We're not doing, like, online or whatever. And I forgot just, like, how much fun Resident Evil 6 is. And Resident Evil 6, it's so hard to describe my feelings on that game. Because on one hand, that game has really rough level design. It has a stupid as hell story. And just some really questionable overall design choices. But also, it's a game with a ton of cheese, a ton of heart and charm, and just really kick-ass combat. Like, that game has the best Mercenaries mode. Because it's like a damn third-person action game. And I know that's kind of touch and go with certain fans. Some people will... I've heard some people bemoan Resident Evil 6 as like the worst game ever. It's not that bad. I've heard some people say, oh, it's like a hidden masterpiece. It's not that good either. I would say at the end of the day, I believe it's a good game with just a couple of glaring flaws. Like, I'm not going to lie, there are certain parts of the game that I do not want to go back to. The start of Leon's campaign, you're literally just forced to walk for like 10 minutes, close to 15 minutes. Very boring. I get what they were doing. They were trying to make it spooky like the old games, but like, what made Resident Evil 4 great is it knew what it was. And this is an entirely different video I was about to get into, but that's why like RE4 was great versus RE6, not as great. But Resident Evil 6 is so much fun. The combat in that game's great, and I love it to death.